Hello and welcome back to another episode of Marvel Mad. I'm your host, always doing the Captain Coffee, and today we are breaking down episodes 5 of Daredevil Born Again with interest, and episode 6 of Daredevil Born Again, Excessive Force. And it was very two different sort of style of episodes. One very self-contained, and one just literally gave us what we wanted, and that is Daredevil back in the red suit and showing the absolute menacing side of what Muse is going to be coming up. And it was good. I don't know whether they both helped, or maybe should have been released one and the other, but I can understand why they released them both together, because maybe people would have been a bit more ticked off just having episode 5 without episode 6, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes when we talk about the episode that's going on. So episode 5. First off, we kicked the episode off with Matt visiting the bank, trying to get a loan for this firm and everything, and he runs into none other than Miss Marvel's dad, Yusuf Khan. It's really random and still a nice, cooler, wider link towards the MCU and all that. And I gotta say, I do love how he's leaning into that big, proper, proud dad energy, which myself, I do exactly the same friend and all that lot. And he's just constantly talking about Kamala and basically flexing that his daughter is a superhero, which that's a proper classic dad move. Which, again, I'd do exactly the same. And then things do take a quick turn, and a group of robbers storm the bank. And it turns out that they're there to either get money or get something that we know what down the line is, but it's to pay off basically Fisk and get them off their boss's back. And I do like how they keep on dropping this subtle reminder that Fisk is still literally influencing everything, even though he's not actually still at the head of the table, but he's still there in the bounces sort of thing, if you get what I mean. But let's talk about Matt's powers in this whole episode. It's just so nice. The way he shows his abilities of working out who's lying, what's his earwigging sort of thing. He's how he handles himself during fights, still how he manipulates other people and that lot. It's so good. His way of handling the Volt combination as well, know exactly when to turn the handles and to unlock it all and everything. It's just so good, and it shows how ridiculously skilled Matt is. And also the two fight sort of scenes. Two fight sort of scenes. Two fight sort of scenes. The one in the stairwell and the close quarters combat. So nice. And while he's in the stairwell as well, when it goes silent and it's you can hear it from his perspective, really good. Now, I love it how intense it makes it feel, and it shows you how he's handling things during his fights. So nice. And he does love. For some reason, he just loves a close quarter combat fight. He was in the stairwell, or obviously later on when the cops have surrounded the building, and the interrogator woman reminds me a lot of Yuffie, I think it is her name is, the cop from Spider-Man 2. If you ever played Spider-Man 2 in a lot, her role here seemed very similar to hers in the PlayStation game. It might just be me just drawing 2 and 2 together, I'm not too sure, but it's just really similar sort of vibes, that lot sort of thing, even presented similar as well. But again, just might be me spitballing. But anyway, they break in that lot, they manage to get into the vault. It's a diamond for some reason, that they're going to use this to pay off Fisk and leave the boss alone. I'm not too sure on that lot, but obviously the two of the robbers get knocked out that lot, and then 2 get arrested, and then the main bloke manages to escape through it all, because he sort of gets undressed and is into a cop outfit, and Matt sort of basically follows him, and that's where you get the other moment where you can still tell he's a bit rusty in that lot, and you say he's been out of the fighting for a year, so you can understand why. But again, he's taking no prisoners, and he's it's the sort of first glimpse of the old Matt. He's he's almost on that stage of putting the suit back on. He puts a red mask on, the suit's only a step away. Now, it was really cool, and obviously, as all good heroes come back in the end, they're back to the bank, and obviously he drops the gem off to Mr. Khan, that lot, and that was quite amusing, but again, it similar to like previous episodes. Right? Was it really necessary? I don't know, but it was cool just to see him in his sort of element, working things out and listening to things like that, which I quite liked. Like, it was really different sort of thing. But yeah, but that was episode 5. Episode 6, again, it's sort of a total tonal shift, where it's like, is it? They're sort of like trying to focus on one character at a time, but while middling the other ones in, sort of thing. Which I don't know. I'm a bit and I. It's good. Episode 6 is a lot more brutal, a lot more like fighting, and again, as the title says, excessive force. But I don't know. It was just a bit random sort of thing. But anyway, as this one starts off now, we've got BB reporting. It was like doing a thing about vigilantes and graffiti and stuff like that. And it's like, Swordsman, who the hell's Swordsman is that? Is that the same sort of bloke from, I think he was called Swordman in the Hawkeye episode? Because we see Tony Dalton's Jack Duquois, again, I can never say his name properly, but we see him in the middle of this episode when he's at one of the banquets and that lot, and where Fisk is like trying to talk to the higher ups in New York and like basically say about, like, you help me, I'll help you, and who's the richest of the rich, and all that jummity jam. It's all the political side of things. And it's like, is that him? Is he going around doing that? But I don't think it would be. Is it somebody else? I don't know. It's a bit all in all over the shop and that sort of thing with that. But it's, I don't know. But here we find out that Muse's murals that are all over the shop and that lot are actually, now we see the real him, that lot, and we find out that they are made out of human blood, a concoction of everything else, and it's just like, as soon as they're on the wall, that's it, you're not getting them off because of what he's done with the human blood and everything like that. And then they talk about nearly 60 victims of him. Now this is like next level creepy, and that, like next level, like damn, it's even darker for Daredevil sort of thing. But on the other hand, Matt's partner at the time, well, I can never remember her name again, she's had a big success with a new book and a lot, and she now for her next book wants to like write about and interview vigilantes. Now she wants to either interview Daredevil or the Punisher for her new book, and this can be like, damn, if she finds out that he is Daredevil and that lot, or like Punisher drops it that he's Daredevil, it's going to be like them two worlds are going to collide. I don't know whether it's, I think it's going to be in this series, could be next, but I do think it's going to be this one. But that's going to be really interesting when that like drops. Is it going to be her death and that's how Karen comes back into it? Is it going to be like she's going to work with Fisk, be the underground, like that sort of thing? I'm not too sure on that lot, but oh boy, that's going to be an interesting one to say. And then what this part is like when it gets leaked to Fisk now about other murders. But at one point, these two women go up to like Muse in the alleyway, he's spray painted doing his stuff and that lot. How daft have you got to be to go up to a creepy dude in a like alleyway when he's all dressed up as the weird creepy bloke as he is anyway, and ask for a picture? Sorry, that bit grated me. And I know some people are going to be daft enough to now, but for me, not a chance. It's just ridiculous. Why? What makes you think that's a good idea? Not at all. Really wound me up and grated me, that sort of thing. And also it's bad as well that it takes like the sanitation department or the garbage people, like the cleaners of the streets now, it takes for them to realise there's a serial killer on the loose. It takes for them to realise it instead of the NYPD. It's like, come on, it's a bit bad, that is. Again, another bit that didn't quite make sense for me in that lot, and I was like, I know you want to like crap on the NYPD and that lot, but doing it like that's a bit silly in my eyes. And when these two other bodies like appear in the street and that lot, and another mural comes up and that lot, while Fisk at this like ball dinner, whatever you want to call it, that lot, he gets taken to one side, and that sort of makes him go, right, the people need to answer to me now about this Muse case, because we need to find him and stop him, sort of thing. And then this here is where we get the anti-vigilante task force, and this is where we knew it was coming. A lot. It's going all the dirty cops, all the ones that have used again excessive force to take out and like do their own brand of justice, and we just knew this was coming. That lot. And now that gives another layer of interest. That Matt's already facing the law as he is, and how corrupt that is. So now they've got an extra layer of corrupt cops running around doing whatever they want, pretty much. That lot. It's going to set his, if he does go back to Daredevil full time, or Punisher goes back to Punisher full time, it's going to set them two with another block in the way to try and help the people out. It's so good and just adds so many different layers to what's actually happening. But then we have Angela, Hector's niece, basically trying to continue on her uncle's like purpose. He knew that something was going down, and like all these missing people were going around these like subway station bit and that, or underground bit. And by the looks of it, obviously we now know she was probably right. So she goes off investigating everything, trying to find out what's going off, and then it gets taken by Muse. And this like the straw that breaks the camel's back for Matt is like, it gets the call from her mother, and it's always a mother or a mom. He gets a call from that family, and it's sort of like, this is the one that's like, right, I need to go and stop it now, sort of thing. He was looking into it anyway, but it's like he needs to go and like find out what the hell's going off, sort of thing. And I like how he goes to phone 999 or 911 up, and it's sort of like, oh fuck it, and then it's just the shift and going upstairs, getting his gear on a lot, and then just seeing him running over the rooftops, the music swelling that lot, and it's like, yeah, here we go, he's back, the Daredevil is back. And oh boy, and that sort of thing. When he finally gets to Muse, he's not holding back, sort of thing. And again, you can still see he's still a little bit rusty, but he's enjoying being back in the fight, back on the front line, trying to help the little people basically out and do his brand of justice and everything. And it was so cool to see. I really enjoyed seeing him back in the action of it all again. But what was quite cool is, at the same time, Fisk's gone down to Adam and he's saying like, Vanessa wants me to let you go, but that's not happening. So basically challenged him to a fight. I've been fighting people bigger than me for ages, but they were never able to use their hands properly. So here's an axe, come at me. And how there was interchanging between Matt's fight as well as Fisk's fight, it was so good. Like, it was so really well done. Like snipping from one action scene to another, one fight, one punch to another. It was really good. And I really enjoyed how intense it was and how brutal it was. And it was like, damn, sort of thing. But it shows they can be the same person, but they're doing it for two different things. Like a proper yin and yang, like same side of the coin, same coin, different side, sort of thing. If you get what I mean. I don't know. I can't explain it, but it's like they're the same person, but just doing things in two different ways, which is so cool in that lot. But then obviously at the end, Daredevil manages to save Angela, the niece, because I thought she was a goner. As soon as she stabbed that stuff into her and he starts like trying to take out the blood again, I thought she was done for now. But luckily enough, he manages to resuscitate her and turn around and Muse is gone. Now, is he going to be back in the next episode, or is it going to wait until the end of the episode? I don't know. Or is it going to be an overarching one? It's episode season 2 as well. It's going to be so good to find out. But again, that's more to look forward to in this. But anyway, yeah, it was. I think I enjoyed episode 6 more than 5, because it was like episode 5 was very over the abundance of MCU this, MCU that, Kamala Khan, and like trying to widen it up to everything, which was okay, but it was like, just calm down a bit, just ease off. I like you expanding it all and linking everything up, but it's like, just pack it in a bit, please. But this second episode was very more brutal, very more intense, and really shows you how nuts and crazy this Muse bloke is going to be. I'm really looking forward to seeing more of Muse. So yeah, that's my thoughts of episode 5 and 6. Let me know what you think of the episodes down below in the comment section. Let me know. Make sure you like, share and subscribe and all that jazz. Make sure you hit the notification bell for more Marvel content. And again, as always, see you next time and stay vigilant.